This lesson we're looking at area of a rectangle. If you can get the title and the grade into your books and also put today's date, make sure as always you're underlining your title with a ruler. First thing I want you to do when you've got that done is to recreate this diagram. So draw with a pencil and ruler a rectangle. It doesn't have to be the correct size, it just needs to be a quick sketch of this. But if you can put the sides of 5 and 3 on your diagram, that's a good start. If you're looking for the area of a rectangle, what you need to do is use the formula area is equal to length times width. Can you get this written down into your books to start off with? We are going to write this every single time we do a question. We're going to see a shortened version of how we can write it in a minute to speed up the process. What we would need to do is then underneath write equals. For the length and the width, it doesn't matter which one we call length and width. So I'm going to say that the length is 5 times by the width, which I'm going to say is 3. So that gives me 5 times 3, which is 15. And because we are talking about area, the unit that we use is centimetres squared, because we've done centimetres times centimetres, hence the centimetres squared. Can you get this put into your book? And we'll move on to the next example in a second. Here's the second example. Again, can you draw with a pencil and ruler this diagram into your book? And as before, can you put the numbers that I've put onto this diagram into your book as well? It does not need to be drawn accurately, so you can do a smaller, quicker version than using 8 and 5. As I said before, we write the area formula every single time. But to speed the process up slightly, if you want, instead of having to put the word length, you can just put L. And for width, we're obviously going to use W. So L times W. I would expect to see this written at the start of every question, so I can see which formula you are using to make sure you're using the correct one as well. Here, I have been given the length of every single side of this rectangle. I only need to use one length and one width. So if we say here that the length is 8 and the width is 5, I don't need to worry about the fact that the same number appears on the opposite sides. We just ignore these additional ones. So 8 times 5 would give me 40. And again, we need units because these will be worth marks in the GCSE. And the units here, again, would be centimetres squared. If on this question it had been metres instead, so if it had said metre, 8 metre and 5 metre, the unit for your answer would have been metres squared. You're now going to attempt the worksheet that Sarah's provided. I would like you to draw each question into your book using pencil and ruler. Make sure you write the formula that you are using. Show me your working, and then write your answer along with the units.